right, Alchemist. Welcome back to another episode of Alchemy Crypto. I'm your host and alchemist, ALcHeMy. Alright. Shout out to all the alchemists. Tri-state. Down in the Cagalagas. In the Gulf. And all the alchemists west coasting. You're hearing my voice here early in crypto. Only 4% of people have crypto, really know what's going on. Here's a visual adoption chart for you of technology. And it's not if, the alchemists already know it's when. Curve's gonna come on strong, the alchemists already know. Alright, let's take a look at market cap. Total market cap. Bleeding out, $761 billion. You guys are early if you're hearing my voice. Look at first mover Bitcoin, 16,661. The Brooklyn Project, 1197. BNB at 244. And the chosen one, XRP, at 36 cents. Alright guys, it was a bloodbath out there today in the markets. It was an ugly one. Things did not go well. Tesla suffered the most, which we like. We got a little headline here. Tesla stock is headed for its worst month, quarter, and year on record. Let's go. We're going to talk about it. We're looking at Tesla. We've been nibbling. Might be taking some more bites here real soon. We're watching it close. Alright, crypto fear and greed is at a 27. And the bear bull chart is at a 38. So, people are getting nervous. Let's look at some metals real quick. Gold at 1821, the silver at 24.29, palladium at 1036, platinum 1036, palladium 1880. Alright, let's check in on that black gold. Looks like a barrel of Brent, 84 bucks. So if you're trading oil, it is pumping. Putin is laughing all the way to the bank, saying, try it, go ahead. I just won't sell to you if you're trying to adhere to some cap. So he's trying to work his way around. We're going to talk about all that. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at first mover Bitcoin here. This thing's just kind of chopping sideways. We got a little up action yesterday, a little rally, but we're back down. We were up at 16.9. We're still just sitting this thing out. This thing's chopping sideways until we see some major price action. It's just crab crawling. There's nothing going on. A little bit nervous because this could be some consolidation and possibly the end of the bear market. Let's take a look. Here's the chart on Tesla that is looking very tasty. So this was when it was at 113, and we are starting to nibble and possibly going to take a bite soon. This thing has real potential. It's offering like 260% upside potential. So when all the trucks are electric and everyone's driving a Tesla, this thing will moon. And it's not if, it's when. It's coming. They are already passing legislation to ban gas vehicles by 2035 in the UK, and it's coming here as well. All right, let's listen to Ricky on Tesla.
The economic reports set to be reported tomorrow. What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with Tactical Solutions. Hope that you're all having an
Shout
amazing
out to Ricky. If
Tuesday.
you're
Make
not
sure to hit that
following,
thumbs
jump
up and
over, give
subscribe
him
if
a
you guys
follow.
haven't done so already. Let's jump right into it. So the overall NASDAQ market as of right now is up 0.11%. But of course, like we've seen so many times
All right, I'm
before,
going to skip to the
just
good
because the
part.
NASDAQ market currently is in the green, from
Here we
$414
go.
a share all the way down to currently at 106.
Looking
Now, a lot of people
tasty.
are asking,
The
hey, is it going
alchemists
to be
already know.
possible for Tesla to drop below $100 a share? I think now it's, not very far fetched based off of us being closer to 100 than we are to 200, right? So based off of Tesla current price point and its previous all-time high, it offers about 279% ROI, which is
Let's
super
go.
amazing.
I'm not going to play you guys the whole video, but go give Ricky a follow. Check it out. If you're not, we're watching Tesla real close. We're taking some bites. Full disclosure, not financial advice. Let's go. All right, huge missing and growing 65 trillion in dollar debt and shadow banking system. Well, isn't that a surprise? Not really. They've done it before. They crashed this thing before. They'll do it again. They're too big to fail. The Bank for International Settlements is warning non-pension funds and other non-bank financial firms now have more than 80 trillion of hidden off-balance sheet dollar debt in the form of FX swaps. 80 trillion. Yes, you're reading this right. So, this collapse in Cyprus happened. They were bailed out by the IMF and the ECB. Who's coming to America's rescue? Hopefully, us. Hopefully, the Fed. If this thing does go down. Now this, Grayscale, who holds about 635,000 Bitcoin, might fall, and the Bitcoin price will face a massive capitulation. So we're gonna see that 10 to 14K. We don't know. The crystal ball's not saying right now. We're watching close. We got our popcorn. The alchemists already know. All right, World Bank warning of recession, Armageddon scenario out of the big bankers. Where are we? I don't know. We could be down in this red area in this last dog leg. I've been saying that for a while, but I don't know. I feel like there's a dog leg below the dog leg. So we're watching close. We're waiting for 10 to 14K. Maybe sub 10K would be amazing. Let's go. Now, shout out to Blockchain Backer. He had this. This is the 2019 bear market, December. This was the end of it. We're doing something very similar right here. As you can see, this is us up top. We're doing something very similar towards the end, and then at the end of the 2019 bear market, we just kind of started to grind up. Well, we are in this accumulation phase. That's why I said this makes me a bit nervous. When I see a chart that looks like this, makes me a bit nervous. Are we in a consolidation phase here and ready to just blast off? So makes me nervous because I would like to continue to acquire these assets on the cheap. The more the merrier. When the bull run comes, we'll be positioned accordingly, even better than right now. Now, let's already know we're dollar cost averaging, taking the cream off the tray bag, scraping it over into the hodl bag. Let's look at the DXY coming down 104. Blockchain Backer also pointed out that the dollar is softening, weakening, taking a breather. When the dollar takes a breather, crypto usually pumps. However, we're not seeing that, so it's broken. Can it go the other way? Is this thing ready to go parabolic? We don't know. We got our popcorn. Crystal ball's not saying. I believe we're in fear somewhere around here. I honestly thought before we were here, but now I'm having second thoughts. I think we could be somewhere in here, and the major capitulation, the fall of Tether, there's a lot of Binance FUD. There's still a lot of DCG, Genesis, Grayscale. All that could still go wrong. The banking system, that could cause a major capitulation and despair. $3,000 Bitcoin again, like COVID crash. Who knows? Black swan events happen. You have to be prepared with that pile of dry powder. The alchemists already know. Let's keep moving. All right, Justin, Binance CEO, digital asset market faces crisis akin to 2008 financial crisis. So, is this akin to it? Was FTX akin to it? I don't know that that's it. I don't know that we've seen the last of the pain and suffering. I think there's more blood to come in the streets. I think we're going to see a full 84 and possibly more drawdown. Bitcoin's never seen a recession. Bitcoin's never seen a war. So there's major headwinds. It's facing things that a war that's ramping up that could get very ugly. It's never faced that. It's faced some, dominated wars, but nothing like this. Now, if we do get that 85% drawdown, that puts us around 11K, so let's go. I'll be happy at 11K. I'll be picking up the ISOs dirt cheap on the neighbor's truck. We got our popcorn. We're strapped in. We're watching. Now you got this guy, Peter Schiff, Goldbug Fund Bitcoin. My Christmas gift to Hollers is the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, Bitcoin is much closer to its ceiling than its floor. The yellow line that was once support is now resistance. Since the upside potential is so low and the downside risk is so high, the smart move is to sell today. So he's trying to fudge you out so he can buy up some more cheap. Let's go to 3K, Peter. I'm with you. I like it. I don't like him fudding crypto or Bitcoin, but I do want to see some cheap prices. Let's go. Now, this kid, they were talking about extradited, no hearing until February. He got that, pulled some strings, got that moved up. And now he gets to New York, gets bail, and suddenly the judge recuses herself due to potential conflict of interest involving husband's firm and past work with FTX. Well, the bail stands. He got 250 million, 25%. He put up 25 million. And it's funny because BitBoy over there is tracking a wallet where $25 million in Bitcoin was moved. So they let him out on a recognizance bond, and he had to put something up. His parents' house was put up, but it's only worth $4 million. There's 2 silent donors on there, so who are they? Anyway, I thought that was interesting. A series of legal developments have occurred in the case involving Sam Bankman-Fried and bankrupt exchange FTX. Judge Ronnie Abrams has recused herself due to a potential conflict of interest involving her husband's law firm, which had previously advised FTX. So, this scandal deepens and continues. This kid gets his extradition moved up. He gets to New York. He's got a friendly judge in his pocket. He gets bail. Right away, she knows the ties don't look good, so she recuses herself. Well, maybe she should have done that prior to setting bail. Let's see this kid get a real bail like Madoff, like he deserves. Alright, so the corruption continues. Now, troubled crypto lender Genesis owes creditors $1.8 billion. We know they consulted with a law firm on bankruptcy, so this could go down any day. No news is bad news. Grayscale won't share proof of reserves because they ain't got them, so we're watching closely. Genesis has hired investment bank to explore options including bankruptcy. This can happen any day. That would be another huge capitulation in the market. Then you got Tether out there, so there's still a lot of pain to come, I believe. Personally, that's my opinion. I've got that giant pile of dry powder at this point just waiting. However, I'm still dollar cost averaging just in case. Coinbase offers free traded USDT to USDC. They want you out of anything that they don't control. BlackRock, Circle, and USDC. Coinbase, they want to have control. They want to hand it over to their Wall Street buddies. You got big banks. Fidelity announcing today they're filing patents for a crypto virtual currency exchange. So don't watch what they say, watch what they do. Fidelity, we see you. Alright, now this. U.S. Justice Department has discussed a potential plea deal with Binance lawyers over possible money laundering charges, Reuters reported. They're trying to save CZ and keep them free, keep the exchange. We'll see if that goes down or if they wreck it. I think they go hard. We'll see. Tron's USDD stablecoin falls under 97 cents lowest level since June. The stablecoins are under attack. Anything, would you, if you were the U.S. government, would you let Binance have BUSD and Tron have USDD and Tether operate? No. When you do it, it's called counterfeiting. When they do it, it's called inflation. So they're not going to let anyone have a printing press but them. U.S. seizes 50K Bitcoins related to the Silk Road. Remember that? Well, they're becoming the largest holder. Between this and Bitfinex hack seizure, the U.S. government is slowly becoming the largest Bitcoin whale out there. So they're loading up, packing the bags for the next bull run. They might be after CZ and Binance's USD. Look at that, off its peg right there. 9999, close enough. CZ's holding it down. Guys, there's a lot of money at stake. This is all a risk to the greater financial system, and the government will never allow it. Would you? If you were them, they want control and they're not going to give it up to anyone easy. The alchemists already know. Circle and USDC will be the chosen ones. Alright. Now, you got Gary Gensler meeting with Soros, probably BlackRock and those boys all sitting around. Do you feel like crypto's under attack from outside forces? For sure is. You got Sleepy Joe over there leading the charge, demanding regulation, and everything is already set in place. What a coincidence. This is a risk to the greater financial system that alchemists already know. Anything that threatens it, they will take out. Sweep the leg. Not trying to fear him, but it has to be said, this guy is warning you about Binance. If the DOJ goes after CZ, it is over. Those 60 Bs won't mean much. Major in, out, he's handling it well. Shout out to him. I like CZ. I think he has good intentions. I believe he's a good businessman. I believe he's honest. However, if the government wants it, they'll take it. It's that simple. They're split over whether to charge him. His lawyers are trying to negotiate a deal to save the exchange, and we're in. So we're watching close. Binance going down, the end of crypto, it would be close. Then you'll start to really hear crypto is dead. Crypto is never coming back. That's when you'll really hear that if Binance falls. So we're watching. Those 60 Bs ain't going to mean much if they charge him. The alchemists already know. Not your keys, not your crypto, guys. Don't have anything parked on the exchanges. Make your trades. Get in, get out. Move swift. U.S. Justice Department split over charges. That could happen any day. Now, SEC chair says crypto exchanges' proof of reserves have no value. Because he knows half these guys are showing stuff that has no value. They're tokens that they created, that they pumped, and they're using them on the balance sheet, like Sammy Boy was with FTT over there. So I do believe it was all staged from Jump Street, from the get-go. I believe all the world was staged, and this was all orchestrated. Gary, Sam, FTX, the whole thing. And they're going to knock them down one by one like dominoes. Not your keys, not your crypto. Don't leave your money parked on it anywhere. Self-custody is the way. Shout out to all the alchemists in hot and cold storage. Alright. Self-custody is the way the alchemists already know. Alright, J-Pow. He's staying quiet for a while. We don't have to worry about him until, I believe, the end of January. Yeah, January 31st. Okay, so all's quiet on the Fed front. We do have some reports coming out tomorrow, however, and I do think we'll see more of a dump. So, we're watching that closely. What this is, I have no idea. Okay, Mester saying inflation's still too high. I believe her. I do believe her. Let's just keep moving. I don't think he's ready to start printing yet. However, we will take advantage if this thing crashes even more. We will go out and pick up some more real estate on the cheap. We'll snatch up another one or two like this. We'll landscape it, paint it, carpet it, tile it, do what we do in there, and flip it. Alright, here's the heat map for the interoperability tokens. Let's talk about the ISOs. Here they are. Let's take a quick look at the list. Screenshot it, do what you need to do. This is the framework of the future financial system. You can be on the right side or the wrong side. The choice is yours. The alchemists already know. You got Ripple going to eat the lion's share. Stellar Lumens, XFIN, IOTA, Algo, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano. Alright, we're continuing to dollar cost average. And if we do see Tether, DCG, Genesis, those guys go down, we'll be backing up the truck, borrowing the neighbors. We got our popcorn. We're watching. We're waiting. We're hoping. We're hoping. I think Gary and his friends are going to wreck this thing so that Fidelity and all these guys can get in on the cheap, acquire a bunch of assets, and try to get control. They're scrambling. They're scrambling right now. The big banks. Scrambling for a piece. The alchemists already know. BlackRock CEO says next generation for Marxist tokenization. We already know all assets to be tokenized. We've been saying it on this channel for a while. All of these assets will have their lunches eaten by the blockchain moving forward. Everything, your favorite sports teams, you name it. Music, all of it. Insurance, you name it. Deeds, titles, everything. Now, you can be on the right side or the wrong side of history, guys. The choice is yours. We are continuing to buy this stuff because we know what we hold. And this guy is trying to give you a message right there. Let's look in on the chosen one. 36 cents. Taking a little breather. But up from the 33 cents, our little sweet spot there that we love. We did grab some more. We are continuing the dollar cost average into these assets. Now, Ripple partner launches near instant cross-border peer-to-peer payments with Visa. This is big. One of the Visa partners. So, Ripple continuing to innovate. Hey, remember when XRP went from 0.003 on January 5th in 2017 to $3.52 on January 5th, 2018? Just saying that happened. Guys, that jumped for exactly 365 days and then began to retrace. That's 2 months of bullish price action. We're currently on day 1,700 and more than that now of sideways consolidation since all-time high. So this thing could pop off any day. We're positioned accordingly. The alchemists already know. Just confirmed the patent that Visa is making for digital fiat currency is using XRP and XLM. So here we go. Now, XRP's moved from 1 cent in 2016 to its all-time high of 384 in 2018 was a 384x or 38,400%. Just saying that happened. We are early. Looking forward to the day we will all dance to this song. That day is coming. A new day is coming, and that song will play. The alchemists already know. Now, is this case over? Is this thing settled? They have the Hinman documents, and I'm sure they will not want them to see the light of day, so we like to speculate on this channel, so let's just go ahead and do so. I believe that this case is in the bag. They sat down, they agreed, okay, we'll give you your currency designation. You don't release the emails, and you pay us a nice fine. And you and Bitcoin are the only two in the space with regulation and designation. Bitcoin's the commodity, Ripple's the currency. Then you'll see mass adoption. You'll see the big banks, BOAs already positioned to have an edge. We heard the man say it. And then you'll have the rest of the banks FOMO in, and this thing will explode. It's not if, it's when. The alchemists already know, right, guys? Alright, let's keep moving. XRP setting all-time high number of addresses with balances over 1 million. So the whales are loading up. Follow the money. The alchemists already know. Look at that, 4 billion leaving exchanges, being moved around. The whales continue to accumulate. Why? Because they know what's coming. They're waiting. This thing can't be cheap. We heard Schwartz in his tweet saying it's designed for a high price. It doesn't make sense at a low price. We already know what's going on. Now, this reserve currency status usually lasts 100 years. The petrodollar certainly has a good ride, guys. There's a new currency coming. It's every 100 years. We are due. They're going to reevaluate gold to 10K and peg 1 XRP to that. I don't know. Crystal ball's not saying. But what it is saying is this thing is faster than Usain Bolt cross-border settling instantly, day or night, weekends. Doesn't care if it's Christmas. Come on, Klaus. Flip the switch. Klaus gonna flip the switch, guys? I don't know. Crystal ball's just not saying right now, but we're watching. We're positioned accordingly. You know, press the button, Klaus. Do it. You can go to sleep one night and wake up in the morning, and Klaus hit the button, and we're at double digits. Next day, triple digits. Next day, 4 digits out. Flip the switch, Klaus. Alright, let's keep moving. Big spikes, volume coming in. Will this thing be a world reserve currency pegged to gold? I don't know, I hope so. I'm positioned accordingly. It's not financial advice, but there's a very good chance that this map plays out in the future. Can you afford not to dollar cost average? Will it hit 589? I don't know by the end of the year. Probably not this year, Bart, but I do honestly believe that 1 year this prediction will come true. Might be 2 years, might be 5 years. But at the end of 1 year, this thing will definitely probably be at 589 and blast right past it. Especially if they revalue gold and peg one to it. It'll be that year, whatever year that is, if it happens. Now, the buyback. A lot of talk about red folders and 50K. I like it. I like it. Shout out to Jimmy Valley and Vahel Capital and all they're doing, all the work that they're doing to put a value on this thing. We know what we hold and we like the sound of that 50K, so we're watching close. XRP will shake the foundation of the financial system. By the Saudi royals told my family to invest in XRP. So you got the World Economic Forum showing XRP. You got this guy, Cameron Faust, saying XRP going to 15 cents. I hope he is right. I hope his prediction comes true. We'll be borrowing the neighbor's truck, backing it up. Now, if we just get some of the derivatives market, if we get 1 to 2 quadrillions of it, you divide that by the total supply, taking the low estimate and dividing it by XRP supply gives you the 10K value. So that's another way we can get to 10K. You know, right there. Let's go. The alchemists already know we're positioned accordingly. You can be a wolf or you can be a sheep. The choice is yours, guys. They might peg this thing to gold. Can you afford not to have some in your bag? Self-custody is the way. Buy your XRP, dollar cost average, send it to your HODL wallet in cold storage. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Don't be a sheep. Alright, now this. XRP rumor. Ripple CEO likes settlement tweet. He liked his own tweet. So, is that a hint that this thing is settled? Let's listen.
I'm not focused on the price of XRP over 3 days, or 3 weeks, or 3 months. I'm focused on the price of XRP over 3 years and 5 years. I have no qualms saying definitively, if we continue to drive the success we're driving, we're going to drive a massive amount of demand for XRP because we're solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem. One of the things I say inside the company is, I'm not focused on the price of XRP over 3 days, or 3 weeks, or 3 months. I'm focused on the price of XRP over 3 years.
Alright, guys.
I have no...
I'm getting word from the mods that the echo is bad. I hope that's a little bit better. I will try and kill that echo. I thought I had echo cancellation on. Maybe not. But I do want to fix it up, guys, because I do have a special guest tonight. Friend of mine from out west. Early investor in both Bitcoin and Ethereum. After a enlightening conversation with him, I realized that he advised me that he quickly realized that Bitcoin and Ethereum were pretty much test nets and that the future was a much better tech stack. So let's just talk to him. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Agent X. Alright, welcome in, Agent X. Welcome to the channel. How you doing? I appreciate you taking the time out to come in and be here. You're muted. I think your mic is muted. Agent X. Alright, there you go. Thanks for taking the time out to come in and be with us. We do appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy. I know you've been traveling. You're probably jet lagged. Tell me about it. How you doing?
Yeah, man, everything's been going good. Got back from Disneyland. Everything's going great.
Christmas Disney sounds awesome. I'm going to have to try that 1 year.
Airports were really busy. Things were crazy. But
Alright, so you're jet lagged. I appreciate you being here, man. I want to talk to you a little bit about XRP and stuff and just pick your brain because, like I said, I know you got into crypto real early, and I know you are out west and tied to some of the VCs in the Valley. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to speculate, even though we love to do that on this channel. Maybe some of the Ripple Mafia and the PayPal Mafia. I think you know some of those guys. I think you know what I'm talking about. So let's just get into it. XRP missed the last bull run because of this SEC lawsuit. What do you think's going to happen next time around? You think we'll see a settlement prior to it? And just let me know your thoughts there. What do you think about that?
yeah, people that missed it. It didn't really raise the price during the last bull run, but it definitely progressed in the very first year of it. As you showed on your channel, I was watching. It definitely increased in value. I mean, it went from
Yeah, that was a hell of a run.
3/10 of a penny to
The
$3.50.
384. I mean,
So
that was a hell of a run. So we've seen the thing's potential, and that was without any pressure from the federal government. Once this pressure is relieved, I believe honestly, I mean, you tell me what you think. I believe honestly, Bitcoin has its commodity status, XRP is going to come out with its currency status, and the rest of the space is going to be deemed securities. I believe they'll go after Ethereum. I believe they'll go after Cardano. I think they're going to, I mean, Gary said everything's a security.
I mean, the biggest banks in the world are already utilizing XRP.
Right. From
It's
what
been
Brad said,
utilized.
they don't care outside the U.S. They're not subject to U.S. regulation.
After it starts getting traction and it starts being used every single day, I believe it's gonna hit a high of, I don't know, anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. I think it's gonna stay there because until it continues to just grow and grow and
I
grow
believe that
grow.
Bank of America is already positioned and going to have an edge because they're going to be the first one in. And as soon as this thing settles and there's regulatory clarity in the space, I think what's going to happen is everyone else is going to see BOA in a position having an edge on the market, and they're going to FOMO in. They're all going to jump in. You see Fidelity today jumping in, filing for a patent on a virtual currency exchange. So the alchemists already know we don't watch what they say, we watch what they do. And if they're filing patents trying to get in. Now, I want to touch on another thing with you while I got you real quick, because for time purposes, I'm going to try and, not take up too much of your time because I know time is money. Do you think this case is settled honestly? Do you think that they sat down behind closed doors and said, hey, we'll give you your currency status, you'll pay us a fine, you don't release the Hinman emails, and you wait until first quarter till we can get our things in order. We're fighting a lot of fronts here. There's more pain to come. We're not ready to launch this thing. Klaus ain't ready to hit the switch, what have you. Those sort of, discussions perhaps behind closed doors. And maybe Brad and team already have agreed to a settlement and they just have to keep things under wraps. You got Brad Garlinghouse today tweeting out, liking his tweet from years ago when the case was filed, saying the case settles, blah, 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 we get our currency designation, blah, blah. He liked his own tweet. So is that a hint? Maybe that this thing is in the bag? What are your thoughts there?
I mean, I definitely think that they've been talking, and there's got to be some type of resolution coming. I believe it's going to happen before the judge gets to make a decision.
Yeah,
I mean,
settlement.
we've gone pretty far so far. I mean,
Well, what are the options really? Settlement, right, is one of them. Or a trial. Or
trial's not even an option because the laws aren't executed, as Brad said. So there's got to be. I believe that they've already.
but there's appeals. Do you see this thing going out another 2 to 3 years on appeals? Let's say the judge rules in favor of Ripple, and then the SEC appeals.
If they didn't already make a deal, if they didn't already come to an agreement, or if they're not going to come to an agreement, then absolutely he gets drawn out 3-4 years. I'm not an attorney. I don't have a law background. This isn't financial advice, but I'm just saying. I mean, if I was anybody who's anybody, I would definitely invest in XRP where you still have a chance.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate your opinion, and that's why I had you on. Now, let's jump to the buyback. What do you think about Jimmy Valley, Bay Hill Capital talking about the buyback? What are your thoughts there?
Honest opinion, I mean, there would have to be no XRP left for our government to buy in order to make it.
I like that. I like that argument. Why would they buy it for $50K from us when they could just go to the exchanges? So what happens after the exchanges dry up? And
Exactly.
that's. Did you think that they want a piece of the escrow? Is that what this is all about? The government wants a piece of that escrow Ripple's holding there, or what?
Oh, I'm sure they do, but Ripple would be foolish to let that go. And I know that they're not foolish at all.
I think
know
they're
the thing with
honestly
such
to be.
precision, and they know exactly what they're doing.
I think honestly they're to become the biggest bank on the rock, on planet Earth, lender of last resort. I'd rather have it in their hands than the Feds, So
They supposedly already have the law, the permit and everything to open up a bank.
Yeah, they filed for bank in North Dakota. Is it? There's no tax on crypto there. They're very crypto friendly. So you see Ripple moving. I featured it on the channel. I want to say it was like maybe Iowa. I want to feel. I can't remember, but they have filed for some banking licenses. So I'm in agreement there. Now the last thing I want to touch on with you is price prediction post settlement. Where do you see that going? And then I'm going to let you go. I know you're tired. I really appreciate you coming on. Talk to me before we'll let you go real quick. Price prediction post settlement. They come out, announce there's been a settlement. They have clarity. Let's talk security. If they deem it a security, the judge says no, shut it down. It's a security. And you pay a fine and you're stuck in the ring with everyone else besides Bitcoin.
ISO hasn't been launched yet, and it'll just be a matter of time. But I believe that after the settlement, we're looking at anywhere back to its all-time high of $5. And until that ISO 222 is actually officially launched across the globe, basically, and the U.S. especially, and across
Yeah,
the globe,
they
with
continue to
the
delay it,
and all
which
that,
we like. We like the delay.
that will be the flip of the switch moment, in my opinion.
All right. All right. So post settlement, if they call it a security, you're saying at least back to the $5 range. Now, let's say they get their clarity and they're deemed a currency, and now they're not in the ring with all the securities. They're outside with Bitcoin, who has commodity status, and they have their currency status. Everything else is a security. Where do you see price action with those results?
It could go anywhere. It could be, like I said, the flip of the switch moment, or it could be.
Do you think we see like $3 to
$5
$5 post settlement, and then flip of the switch moment it explodes and takes off, or is it a slow grind up, or is it a real big boom? You know, there's a lot of ways this could go down. There's a lot of ways it could go down.
My crystal ball's not saying it.
All right, I like that. I like that. All right, Agent X, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, and we will be in touch. I want to fly out there. It's freezing here. We had sub 25-degree weather for the last few days. I got a pipe that busted in one of my bathrooms, and so I'm dealing with it out here, but that's all right. We're hanging in there. Listen, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate your time, and we will talk soon. All right.
Talk soon, but thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. See you next time. All right, so that is Agent X, early investor in crypto and Bitcoin. Now, XRP will generate a new class of millionaires. I don't know if he really said that, but I like the sound of it. All right, if you want to learn to trade, jump over to ALcHeMyCrypto.com. Get in the cipher. Stay in the know. You can jump over, and we will get you trading live with us in the cipher. We'll show you the way. We have charts, custom charts, and indicators. If you want to start day trading, jump in the casino, jump over to ALcHeMy Crypto Cipher, click right here. We will get you set up in the yard. We will get you hitting licks like this, and like this, and like this. So, if you want to learn to trade, guys, you know where to go. Alright, let's keep moving. Just jump through these tabs. We have custom charts and indicators. We try to win every trade. No one's perfect. We do alright. If you are trading, please use good risk management. Set stop loss and take profit. Do not forget to take tickets and take them home with you. Take the money off the table. Don't let them win. Alchemists already know. If you want to trade, we'll get you in the yard. We'll get you longing and shorting these markets. Alright. You guys know where to go. Now this guy, Shake MBS over there, looking to get off the dollar, continuing to push the de-dollarization, getting ugly. U.S. oil for security formula faces setback as Saudi Arabia shows interest in joining BRICS. Dollar versus yuan. China says it's moving to buy oil in its own currency, so the de-dollarization is happening before our eyes. They're getting cozy, all of them. And you know what happens when that happens. You guys remember Gaddafi and Saddam. Now, China Xi tells Gulf nations to use Shanghai Exchange for yuan energy deals. They're laughing all the way to the bank, but you can't mess with the biggest bully on the block. You attack the dollar, we will come after you. The alchemists already know. So, they continue to try this. Putin and China just did the unthinkable and the West is in big trouble. Well, we'll see about that. Why isn't the West stockpiling gold as much as China and other Eastern nations? Well, we are. The central banks are finally starting to. You know, Putin's been stockpiling for years. China's been stockpiling for years. The alchemists already know this is getting ugly and could get worse soon. So we got our popcorn. We're watching closely now. Central banks bought a record 399 tons of gold worth around 20 billion in the third quarter of this year. So what is coming? What is planned? Watch out, America, China, and Russia are stockpiling gold. The alchemists already know. We're watching this thing close. They're trying to get off of the dollar. They want to start trading energy in their own currencies. So, Masara Jasara, I highly encourage you to do your own research. That's return to the gold standard is, I believe, part of it. Now, let's keep going. Hopefully there is no retaliation for us protecting the dollar. I never want to see this come into my cell phone. This would be New York and the range of what could happen should things get crazy. You need to be prepared. Have God's money, gold, silver. The alchemists already know. Food, fuel, water, all your necessary supplies. You need to have this stuff in case things go south and get ugly. Alright, let's keep moving. I got more for you guys. Alright, I appreciate you guys coming in. Don't forget to be nice to each other. You know, be nice. Take care, brush your hair, grow your own food, herbs, spices, necessities. It's better to have them and not need them than need or want them and not have them. Continue to pray for peace. The alchemists already know. Alright guys, that's about it. I would like to thank you all for coming. Please smash the likes on the way out. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We are making strides in the channel is definitely growing, and we do appreciate you coming and watching, so thank you very much. Alright alchemists, hit it on the way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till next time, this is your alchemist signing off.